Hello everyone. Today I'd like to show you how to make this simple and easy wire wrap using an oval or round stone. This is part one for the basic wrap, and that is without the swirls on the top and also the lower portion of the stone. There's a lot of tips and tricks to wire wrapping on this video that I'm sure will make wire wrapping an easy, relaxing and pleasurable way of making jewelry. I have a piece of rhodonite cabochon which the measurements around the stone is 12 centimeters. So I've cut off a piece of 21 gauge square sterling silver wire. So this is about 3 times the measurement of our stone, but I've done a couple of centimeters excess, so this is actually 40 centimeters. So better to have more than have less. So now what I'm going to do is take the center of my wire, just roughly, so about there, lay that on top, and I'm taking a piece of masking tape. So I'll just do it a bit lower on the imperfection. It's not really an imperfection, it's a pattern, but I just want to cover that white part. And so there you go. And I'm going to turn this over and take my square wire on one side and just go that way and also on the other side fairly tight. So now I want to secure this by doing a twist. So I'm just twisting the 2 wires together. So I'm going to put my thumb there and go to the top and go to the side just to make it even. And then I'm going to take the longest or the longer side of my wire and I'm going to go around to the front and come back out. So I'm just trying to study if I've got something that I need to cover up. So the stone looks like it's got a bit of crack, that part there. So I want to cover that up. And I'm going to go over that and go around. So now I'm just going to lay it there. These 2 wires again, I want them twisted, but I'm going to insert it under this part here. So I'm just going to form a little loop or a bend on my wire to make it easier to insert. So just slowly ease that into it. And I'm going to pull this slowly. Okay, press that there, pull that in. Then I'm just going to pull this slowly to tighten it. Now I'm going to twist the 2 together. A couple of twists just to the edge of my stone. For now I'm going to make a bail, and I'm just going to use a pen to wrap a bail around. I'm going to do it a couple of times. So 1, 2. I'll leave it there, and then I'll do the other side. And that one, tuck that in the back. There you go. So I'm going to squash this together and put it through the pen again. So I'm making just adjustments. Just pull that just to tighten it. And so now, so there's a bit of gap in the front, but now I can see I got a better gap at the back. So I'm going to insert these wires through the back here. Just bend it. Loop, but I'm not using that loop for anything. We're just inserting it. It's just to help the wire along, and pull that through just gently, easing it slowly. So now I want it to sit on the side there, and I'm just going to bend it and leave it there. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Pull it gently, and with that one on the side it's just bent up. This one I'm going to loop it up. So I'm going to do another loop going in through here, pulling it with my clamp, and that's going crooked. So just going to help that along. Get around nose pliers just to help that a little bit and pull it. So let go, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. Yeah, just check at the front. We can adjust that later on. So now this one, now I'm going to wrap this up a couple of times, pulling towards the side, inserting it again, pulling it through, and I'll do the same on the other side. And now I'm gonna squash this to tighten the gap, close the gap. So now we're gonna do some adjustments. I'm gonna take first up my nylon pliers and pull this down the front of it, just so I can cover the little crack on the stone. It's not really a crack, but just push and flatten. And if I take the masking tape off, I'm going to do some adjustments on the front as well, so I'll just push that right where that white mark is. So that's looking beautiful. So now what I want to do is take the longer piece on this side and twist it. So I'm going to put a clamp. So my wire is quite crooked, but it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to twist the wire, and it broke off, but it's okay. So again, we start. So we twist it, and again, it broke. The wire did not cooperate with what I want to do. So now I only got a little bit of tail left. Now what I'm going to do with this one is wrap it up or loop it up. So I'm going to use a fine point round nose pliers and bend it. So with wire wrapping, this is what happens. Sometimes things doesn't work the way you want it to be, but that doesn't mean that you're going to stop and redo the whole thing. You just continue on and soldier on and tuck that in. And we got this one here. I hope this would cooperate. So we'll see. So I want to twist this now because my stone it's got a bit of imperfections on the front here. That black part there, I was hoping I could use the longer side to curl around and sort of create a little swirl at the front of it just to give it more pattern. That's why I use a square wire. We're going to use this side and see what we can do with this one. At least now with 2 loops or wraps around it, that's already secure. So it doesn't really matter now if this breaks off, but if it doesn't, we can still have a beautiful wrap or beautiful design. Now, I've got a lot of marks on the end there, so what I'm going to do, if there's markings, then we can file it off and creating a stardust effect, and no one would know. So this is one way of making your work look neat, even if things don't go your way. Just got to be careful I don't touch the stone, or else I'm going to mark my stone. Then I'm going to have to take off the whole thing and polish the stone again. Rounding off the end, and also that way you don't have any sharp points. Okay, happy with that. So now take this to the front and just push it on the side like that so it will sit flat, because if you just press it across it will still lift up. So now I'm going to do a little swirl to cover that white mark there. Now I've looped up the end, and I'm going to take a flat nose pliers and curl it up. Just about there. There you go. Push it in. There. Nice and flat. So now the front part here, we're going to set our bail. So I'm taking the flat nose pliers. So I'm just going to go to the end of the stone where it's touching and bend it like that. And I'll do the same on the other side. There we go. Insert my pen again. So if you want the bail to go a bit closer, then you can still push it. Where the tweaking part comes in. So that's the front and to the back, and that one came away from the white dot, so we're going to push that, take it off, push the sides down and press the back. So we just press that with the nylon pliers or something that wouldn't mark the wire. And so now my little cabochon's finished, and it looks quite nice with that little twisted accent in the center there. But in saying this, either you can leave it this way or you can still add on to this. So say for example I want to make it a little bit more ornate, and on part 2 I'll be showing you how you can add on these swirls. Adding on or building up a wire wrap design is not as complicated or difficult as some people might think. Thank you for watching, and hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. Happy thoughts and happy wrapping.